8 games of hoops on a Monday. This your express tour through the association called the Daily Zap. We
What's up, guys? On this week's episode,
8 games of hoops on a Monday. This your express tour through the association called the Daily Zap. We start off in.
Okay, round one of the Gamefaqs tournament continues today. We are almost done. I think we're just one more game after this one away from being done with the first round. Making sure everything here is situated correctly. We have Calanx, that's me. His Minnesota Timberwolves, or my Minnesota Timberwolves, taking on Rising Phoenix's Orlando Magic. Here we go. Both teams are pretty even on paper, it looks like, with the ratings and where they go. So this should be a great first round matchup. Could go either way. My team here, I call my bigs the big bus bigs I have. I have Anthony Bennett, Andrew Bynum, and I got Andre Bargnani. So I got the Bus Towers on my team going up against Blake Griffin, who we know is a monster. But I feel like the Timberwolves team has a nice distribution of talent. So we'll see how it goes. Let me just make sure. It's the way. We're gonna go old school. We're gonna go old school. Minnesota black jerseys. All right. So let's kick this one off.
And now, presented by Sprite, the 2K pregame show.
Hello again, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson along with Shaquille O'Neal on 2K Sports, and the NBA season is about to begin. Tonight's game held at Amway Center. It's the Orlando Magic going up against the Minnesota Timberwolves. Well, for Minnesota, there's been a lot of discussion about them in the offseason, and even though today won't count in the standings, still such an exciting day in the NBA, watching the teams take the court for the first time. Hey, Shaq, how do you characterize the rebuilding process with one of your old teams, the Orlando Magic?
Well, they should just keep acquiring talent, Ernie. They should just keep the rebuild simple, always take the best players available in the draft, and every now and then try and make a trade to get you a veteran player, but just keep it simple.
See if anything magical is in store for Orlando. Hey, it's almost game time. Kevin Harlan.
We'll see Minnesota and the Orlando Magic. Hi, everyone. I'm Kevin Harlan with Steve Kerr and Clark Kellogg. Happy to have you along for this edition of the NBA on 2K Sports.
All right, Crowder's geared up. He's ready to go. Timberwolves wearing their retro black uniforms. Taking it old school. Not too old school, but, old school. That early 2000s hype, late 90s.
So the Timberwolves win the tip. And checking out Minnesota's opening lineup. In the backcourt, Rubio and Muhammad.
So the Timberwolves team will be interesting to see because they don't have the best shooters. I mean, Paul George is by far and away the best shooter on the team. But, Shabazz can get his shots here and there. Bennett can hit a couple of mid-range shots. And 2K Rubio is actually a decent jump shooter. I don't know how many shots he takes. I don't know what his tendencies are for taking shots, though.
Now here's Crawford. Back to Williams. 6 to shoot.
Aaron Williams going in the post. Trying to work the post on Ricky Rubio. That's smart.
Got to keep your head in the game here.
Now, Rubio is an underrated defender, though. He doesn't have much of an offensive shooting game, but his defense is really good. And everybody knows he can pass. That's what I'm hoping on. That's what I'm banking on for my team.
Yeah, and that's the one thing that he really has to.
Bus Tower #1 missing his hook shot. But I got faith in the Bus Towers. I said, look, these are guys that had some hard times. They fall on hard times, or they've been discarded, or no one's put any more faith into these guys. And I said, look, I'm going to take these busts, these washed up or thought to be washed up players, and I'm going to give them an opportunity. They're going to get a chance to win a championship title. If you're ever going to see anything out of these guys, this is the environment you're going to see them right here. Everyone has a second lease on life in this tournament.
George missing again.
Well, I think the defense got lucky right there.
And no one hitting a shot so far. All misses.
When he's got that much room.
Not a pretty start, that's for sure.
Plumlee sets the pick for Crawford. Shoots from 12. That one a little long.
Who's going to be the first to score? I'm calling it now. First team to score is going to be the team that wins the game.
Rubio dishes to Bennett.
Bennett misses a wide open shot, but there's Andrew Bynum.
The bucket's good. He'll go
showing a little flash from his Lakers days. Getting the offensive board, getting the putback.
The Timberwolves shooting their first free throw of the evening.
Let's go.
Look back at a season ago, this is a club that made 78% of its shots from the free throw line, so very comfortable with that strike. And, that just added to their confidence at the offensive end. I mean, knowing that free throw shooting was something they didn't have to worry about gave them a lot of confidence to play freely.
Oh, Griffin wide open with a slam dunk. You can't leave him open like that. If the bus towers are going to be leaving Blake Griffin open, it's going to be a long night for us, I'll tell you that much.
Kicks to Muhammad.
Blake is just foaming at the mouth going up against these guys. I can see it already. He sees Anthony Bennett on the other end of that court. He's ready to go. He's ready to go.
Get you some open looks like that one.
Williams against Rubio. Griffin sets the screen for Crawford. The dish to Griffin.
Griffin has the ball, working on Bennett. Turnaround jumper, and that was money. And if Blake Griffin's hitting those shots,
well, nice way there.
man,
your first basket of the game.
You might see 50 tonight.
Timberwolves have gone 2 of 6 from the field. Rubio the pass to George. Bennett setting the pick for George.
Wide open Muhammad.
And the pass to
Off to
Muhammad.
Paul George, back to Muhammad.
Back to George.
Who's going to get going on this team?
Good on the
Paul
dribble.
George, great three-point shot.
George has got his first
They're going to need him to
game,
carry
and
this
he's
team
the
on
board
offense for
three.
sure.
The Magic trail by 3. Outside Williams.
Debo trying to work on Rubio. Gets a little bit of a screen, some space, but not good enough. Passes it back. Crawford gets Rubio in the air. Mid-range jump shot, no good. Bynum getting the rebound. Bynum with 4 rebounds already. See, this is why I picked Bynum. I knew it would pay off.
That's in, coming off an assist from Rubio.
You give Andrew Bynum a chance to shine. He's been kicked in the face. He's down in the dirt right now. But look, he's in shape. He's feeling good. His ankles never felt better.
With the ball. He hasn't yet put up any points.
Could see some big things from Andrew Bynum in this tournament. This could revitalize his whole NBA career. Williams working on Muhammad. Muhammad's not very fast to keep up with him. But Williams struggles to get inside. And wow, I'm surprised that wasn't a foul there. And they put a foul on Blake. I don't know about that one.
It's going to force him to, I think, tone it down a little bit at the defensive end.
Wow, Blake has to go sit down. That's really bad for the Magic.
Timberwolves leading by 6.
I don't know about that foul.
Right now.
Yeah, Kevin, really the offense
A little questionable.
is quite nicely right now. Playing with a lot of confidence, just some self-assurance there. I like what we're seeing.
Bynum going to work. He misses his shot.
And the Magic with possession. They really want to find that igniter here.
Yeah, that's right. Kevin, the offense has basically been running in place.
They got to get going.
Oh, Rubio with the nice steal. Bad pass by Darren Williams there. Going to get a transition bucket here. Rubio passes back to Muhammad. Out to Bynum. Out to Anthony Bennett. Bus Towers. Bus Towers are on the board.
Is leading to a score here. I mean, that's just exquisite.
13-4 and a much-needed timeout from the Orlando Magic.
Working together, and they're just looking for the best shot they can every possession.
That's one thing I didn't get about Bennett. I mean, I didn't know any of Bennett's game last year, but I was playing him in 2K14. And he was hitting threes in my face. He was just hitting crazy long twos. I didn't know he had that range. And he doesn't really. I mean, he can hit those shots once in a while, but 2K14, Bennett was a monster.
Now here's Williams. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game to the right side. Pass to Crawford. 6 on the shot clock.
Oh, Crawford's a nice drive. He gets fouled. He's going to get some free throws here. Way to get back in this game. Get to the free throw line.
No matter what role he plays, just call him buckets. He can flat out put the ball in the basket. You got to give him a lot of credit, though. He does change his game quite a bit depending on if he's coming off the bench or starting. I think that speaks to his IQ. And as you said with Jamal, a lot of players can't really make that change between being a starter or a sub, but he does it so smoothly in such short time. It really adds a lot of.
In all these games, one thing that's always mattered a lot is the role players or the bench players. When these starters go out, how will the guys off the bench come and what kind of production will they bring? We've seen these guys completely change the game in this tournament so far. So we got some of the Magic's bench guys out here. As Blake Griffin's down. We're going to see what they can do. Nice defense there.
Let the game come to you, but rarely can they assess what the team needs like Crawford does.
And that's Tyrus Thomas, so I haven't seen him in a long time.
Shot is off. Timberwolves leading by 7.
I remember when he was supposed to be the next coming.
And it's Rubio penetrating.
Bynum deep in the paint. Was doubled for a second there.
Orlando
Shots
grabs
no
the
good.
miss.
Good defense by
Seems
Crowder.
like nothing is falling for him this quarter. He's really out of his rhythm.
Wow, bottom 1 for 5.
Here's Williams, and he wills that one in, sinking right through off the back iron.
How about that? Gets it off right in the face of the big fella. Quick release.
And operating on the perimeter like that negates some of the height disadvantage, too.
Now, here is George. And Muhammad kicks to Bennett.
Bennett for 3.
And the 3-ball
Wow.
is good. Bennett's
Anthony
got 6
Bennett,
points.
2 for 2
12
beyond the
straight
arc.
points coming off three-pointers. I mean, somebody do something.
What is going on?
Well, I agree with you. I mean, who's going to step up? They're rolling out there now, so you got to get in their chest, make them uncomfortable, and try to deny those looks.
Here are the Magic now, following the 3 by Minnesota. That's tipped. Williams outside. The shot no good.
I don't know if it's just me, but he's looked a step slow since the start of the quarter. His shooting has really suffered.
And Muhammad kicks to Bennett.
Did Bennett go for another 3?
The feed now to Rubio. Dishes it to Muhammad. Shoots off the step back. It's hauled in by Thomas.
Tough shot for
He doesn't really
Shadaz.
scare a defense at all. You've seen him miss quite a few just like those.
Here's Crawford. Muhammad grabs the board.
Man, the Magic just have not been able to get anyone going here, but they played some decent defense.
Boy, you love to see
They're
that
struggling
as
to find looks for
basketball
themselves.
purist. Guy setting a good screen and then getting the shot opportunity.
Now here's Muhammad. He has 5. Pass to George for 3.
All George for 3, contested
Shot
3,
is no
no
good.
good.
Boy, just by his body language, Kevin, you can tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Yeah, a little frustrated now, shaking his head after that miss. Minnesota is in a bit of a difficult spot with their road games. They always have to travel a great distance to get to opposing sites because they're in the Western Conference, and that can take a toll over the course of the season.
The Magic making a switch here. Blair's checked in. Both free throws good from Crawford.
I guess you could say those lengthy travel.
Okay,
distances
6-point
for
game.
Minnesota
Timberwolves have the ball, and look who's there for the
took their toll
Timberwolves. I
last
believe
year
that's
because the Timberwolves
Andre
managed to
Bargnani,
win
the third
16
member
road
of the
wins
Bus
a season
Towers,
ago.
Bennett
wearing
kicks to Bargnani.
number 77,
Shoots a
odd
fader.
number.
That's good.
And look at
The
that,
Timberwolves
just like
lead by
that,
8.
Andre's on the board. Bus Towers looking good tonight
And the Magic
with all
shooting
3
a
making
lowly
contributions
30%
so
to
far in this
start
first
game.
quarter. Baron Williams has struggled to get his offense off against Rubio. Crawford wide open.
Good, and it's Williams
That
who
shot's
picks up the
money.
assist. And it's 6 points for Crawford. Well, guys, Minnesota was close to a 500 team last year at 40-42. But as you said, struggling on the road kept them, Steve, out of the playoffs.
J.C. Carroll's in that point guard from
I think
Europe.
you have to go at least 5
Or no, he's
on
at
the
shooting
road.
guard, my bad.
Getting road wins is where Minnesota will
European
have to
player.
improve to get back to the postseason.
No good
But
for Bargnani.
Timberwolves wanted to give him a shot. They liked his game. They thought he could contribute to this championship
Boy, I
team.
like the way they've
We'll
done
see
a
how he
great
does in the
job
NBA.
carving out space under the basket when the shots have gone up.
And Orlando
That's a
Magic
clean
working
look
their way
they
back
gave
in
him there,
this.
fellas, and he drains those.
Timberwolves leading by 4. Bennett setting the pick for Rubio. To the left wing. Here's Carroll. And Rubio kicks to George.
Rubio out to Paul
6
George.
to
Paul
shoot.
George trying to get an open three-pointer.
And a
No
miss there on the
good.
triple.
Paul George's been taking a
The
lot of
Magic
those
have
threes
gone
and missing
5 of
tonight.
12 from
Magic
the
and
field
Bull within
since
2
the
here.
opening tip. Thomas a screen on Rubio. Here's
Crowder wide open.
Sinks the triple.
3-point shot. It's a 1-point game. Timberwolves might need to take a timeout here.
Beautiful play.
Yep, and without a hand in his face, he's going to bury those.
Looks like they're going to continue to play on. They're going to try to push that lead up again, but
Rubio
man,
outside.
the momentum
Kicks
is
to
all on the side of the Magic right now.
It's George on the wing.
Paul George and Bargnani, he's got a little bit of a
Bargnani
mismatch in
dishes to
size,
George.
but Bargnani gets it back out to George.
Shoots a fader.
George with a tough shot.
That doesn't go
No
either for
good.
George.
Great defense on the
I'll
Magic
tell you
here to
what,
close out
has
this
been
first
one
quarter.
ugly quarter for him.
And it keeps getting ugly.
And Darren Williams getting to the
Basically
basket.
gone AWOL.
Easy shot, and the Magic have
So
taken the
Timberwolves
lead.
called their first timeout.
What a run. Timberwolves finally take that timeout.
Gordon's checked in for Orlando. The Timberwolves also with the sub. Dinwiddie is checked in for Ricky Rubio.
Timberwolves are out here with most of their bench players now, although Paul George is still out there. And Paul George, well, he's taking up that role of being the primary scorer. He hasn't looked the best tonight, accuracy-wise, but he's taking the shots.
Doris Burke has an update for us. Doris?
Thank you, Kevin. The Magic head coach and I had a chance to talk just for a bit.
Ooh, great post shot by Darren Williams.
Like Andrea Bargnani, a 7-foot sharpshooter. He said he can give us problems, no doubt. It's tough to really bother that shot, and he can also put it on the deck and drive. We've got to just get into his body, try to make him a facilitator rather than a scorer. Kevin, we'll see if they're successful.
And thank you for that, Doris. Jason Capone's checked in for Minnesota. Dinwiddie, and it's Orlando with the rebound. Crowder's got his 3rd rebound on the night.
You know, a team's rebounding is one of the great measures of its
Darren Williams is hot right now. Will he take another shot? Oh, Dejan Blair working on Bargnani.
Can't hit. Timberwolves trail. Picked by Bargnani. Dinwiddie.
I really like Dejan Blair off the bench.
And the layup is good after a nice lead pass. Bargnani's got his 2nd bucket of the night.
Give an assist there, not for the pass, but for the solid screen set on the inside that freed him up and made the layup possible.
Hey, remember, folks, the Magic have made this run without Blake Griffin. He's been sitting out for most of this first quarter, so you got to expect he's going to come back sometime in the second. And if he can come back with the lead for his team, man, he's going to really enjoy that lead. He's going to be doing some crazy things out there to help the Magic get up even more. Because it looked like they were going to pull ahead before he had to sit down.
Nice ball movement by Minnesota. Here's
Carroll with the, just straight up blocked.
And the shot clock expires.
We got first quarter's not over yet, but right now it's tied. Will it be tied after 3 more seconds? We'll see. And the Magic get off a clean shot here.
Throws it from deep. Shot misses.
No go. Well, there you have it. Tied first quarter. Started out sloppy, but it ended really well.
We'll get the second quarter underway on the other side of this break. Well, it's been a tight one so far as we get the second quarter going back here. And from what we've seen from Orlando, what do you guys see?
And I thought the defense was key here for this club. They really tightened up and made it difficult on their opponent.
How about the help on the drives and rotations? I mean, they've really been in sync as a unit.
Magic shooting at 44%, pretty reasonable. And now brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. On the court for Minnesota, we've got Jason Capono. Bynum is out there with Bargnani. Then there's Muhammad, and it's Dinwiddie in at the 1. Shot clock at 5, picked by Griffin. Here's Lucas, and it's off the back rim.
Blake Griffin's back out there, as you can see. Keep an eye on him to see what he does to help his team go up. Timberwolves got a couple of stars back in themselves with Andrew Bynum and Shabazz Muhammad. Jason Capono with the 3. That was I feel like it was falling off his hands, like it slipped.
So here's Orlando. Gordon kicks to Lucas. Here's Griffin. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
There we go. Blake Griffin doing damage, getting 2 free throws already.
But make no mistake, Blake is a game dunker, always among the league leaders. And his size with that strength, the way he gets off the floor is just unbelievable.
You know, Blake Griffin gets up so high. He's created some debate, in fact, on the definition of a dunk. So I'll ask, does your hand have to touch the rim?
You know, I think you don't
oh, they lose the ball. Magic on a fast break. Ball goes up to Gordon. He gets an easy layup, and the Magic are up by 4 points. Magic are going to try to pull away from the Timberwolves in this one. Timberwolves got to make something happen here.
Kicks it to Capono.
Capono inside Shabazz Muhammad, who likes to post up for a small forward.
Tries to save it, and so it looks like the Timberwolves will retain possession here.
Shabazz is a very interesting, unique game. He likes to post up. He's got a great right hook shot, but he also brings just tons of energy to the floor. I mean, he's 100% on at all times, and you gotta love that.
Left to the wing. He dishes it to Muhammad. 5 to shoot.
Shabazz driving in, passes out to Bargnani for 3, and Bargnani no good, but Andrew Bynum gets the offensive rebound. Capono out for a long 2, and he's no good.
Magic leading by 4. Now here's Lucas.
Lucas loses the ball, some sloppy dribbling. Timberwolves can't get a fast break point here, but they're going to pass it back out, see if they can figure something out here.
Bargnani, a screen on Lucas. Down to 5 on the shot clock.
Good defense on the Magic so far. Shabazz has a little bit of space, and it's enough
13 feet out.
to get a bucket.
Muhammad's got his 3rd basket of the night right there. A tight game here in Orlando. Picked by Griffin. Lucas dishes to Griffin.
Keep your eyes on Blake Griffin. He's been real active today. He looks like he's trying to put up some big numbers tonight. He gets the ball. He's posting up on Shabazz Muhammad. Big mismatch. Fadeaway jumper, no good. If he had a few more seconds there, he could have got a bucket. Just didn't have enough time to really work.
Bynum kicks to Capono. Back to Bynum. With the
Oh,
steal.
sloppy pass by Capono. Very sloppy.
Here's Lucas. Defense right on him. There's the pick.
And Lucas, he struggled to
On the wing, Ben Gordon.
he struggled to get by his man in this game so far. Oh, Miles Plumlee
Got the lead up to 4 now for the Magic.
showing some nasty right there. I like that putback.
Step aside, fellas.
They wanted nothing to do.
Man, Miles, what's going on here? Blake Griffin's ignoring Miles Plumlee. Miles Plumlee trying to get a high five. I don't know what that was. Maybe Blake just didn't see him. Maybe they're not getting along. We'll see if we can get more on that story a little bit later. But regardless if they're getting along off the court, their chemistry tonight on the court is looking really good. I'll tell you that much.
And now Doris Burke has an update from the sideline.
Miles Plumlee and Blake Griffin are going up against the Bus Towers. That's a favorable matchup for Blake Griffin and Miles Plumlee, I think. Paul George for 3 again. This time he hits it. Much needed shot.
Those screens, fellas. Those were his exact words. He also said something you don't hear too often from a coach. He told his guys they should have a shoot-first mindset instead of trying to be, quote, too cute with the ball. Guys, they're clearly hoping those changes have an effect even before this game makes it to halftime. Kevin?
All right, Doris. Now, here's Rubio. Following the miss by Griffin. Bynum sends a screen for George. And the go-ahead bucket, no good. The Magic have gone 2 of 6 from the field in the second quarter so far. Lucas kicks to Griffin. Tries from 10, and the bucket counts.
Oh!
The free throw line. Try to make it a 3-point
Big
play.
shot, Blake Griffin, and one opportunity.
You know, his offense seems to be
And this, as a Timberwolves general manager, is what I feared. I feared matchups against Blake Griffin because he's such a monster to handle. And my poor Bus Towers
From the free throw line tonight.
are going to have to grow up a lot tonight. Try to contain this man.
Blake Griffin, arguably the top posterizer in the game. Opponents don't like being embarrassed, and they'll take a hard foul on him if need be. Some have said that Griffin needs to retaliate for his own well-being.
Andrew Bynum going down low, working on Plumlee. And look at Andrew Bynum getting himself an and one.
Chance right here. One free throw coming up.
Seeing some of that old 2009 Andrew Bynum come
Well, it
out.
wasn't too long ago. We can remember Andrew Bynum being one of the best centers in the entire league. But, Steve, after his knee injuries, he just doesn't look the same.
Yeah, it's a shame, Kevin, and it happens periodically with big men. You know, they're carrying so much more weight that you worry about those feet.
And Lucas trying to match against Rubio. I don't like that matchup for John Lucas. Blake Griffin misses the shot there, but barely. Timberwolves going to try to get the lead here. Shabazz going inside, but he's being covered. But he gets free throws.
With Bynum, he actually said that he feels like a shell of himself when he first returned to play last year. couldn't have been easy for him, and he questioned if he'll ever get his explosiveness back, ever. His knee's really in a bad way.
That one drops. He ties it up.
And with Bynum, he might not get that explosiveness back, but he still has the size and skill set to be an effective center in the league. It won't be easy. He'll have to make a lot of adjustments, but you still can't teach his size and touch.
Now here's Crawford. He's got 6. A second chance effort, and you can count it. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it 3.
Well, they've really cranked up the intensity, tracking down those loose caroms, stacking up second chance buckets in a big pile.
And those hustle points, Clark, I mean, that's just another reason why they've got the lead here.
The Magic have been a perfect 8 of 8 at the line.
They have a very average shooting team in terms of the free throw line, about 76% a year ago.
And that one misses.
Minnesota needs to do a better job guarding against Griffin.
He's got 11 points, and he's made 3 shots at the foul line.
Well, that's important. I mean, get to the foul line. Any team, when you can outscore your opponent from the foul line, it's critical, and he's trying to do his part right there. And they've set up countless buckets off assists. That's a huge part of what they've been doing here today.
A lot of dime dropping going on out there, Steve.
Now here's Crawford. Knocked away. Stolen by Bargnani. Rubio, the pass to Bynum. And Rubio kicks to George. Bynum with a screen on Crawford. George with the ball. And Griffin picks him up defensively.
Boy, that's a surprising miss right there. He usually feasts on those wide open opportunities.
Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here. The Magic have shot the ball well from the free throw line, 8 of 9. And he makes the first. The Magic making a switch here. Thomas is checked in. Both good from the line that time.
Last year, the Magic clearly were in for a long season, no doubt about it. But I applaud the organization because it seems to me that they've got the right approach here by staying patient and not trying to rush into a quick fix.
Orlando's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Lucas kicks to Griffin. And he overshot that one, missing. The Timberwolves have gotten exactly half their shots to go down here in the second, 5 of 10. And it's George missing.
As you said with Orlando, they are prepared to take the bumps, and ultimately it's a model that has shown to have success in the past.
Lucas dishes to Griffin. Thomas passes to Lucas. He feeds it to Griffin. 5 on the clock. Nice shot from 10 feet out. Griffin's got 13. Orlando has thrown around big money in free agency before, and it really hasn't worked out for them.
Yeah, there's no guarantee just because you sign a free agent to a big-time contract that's going to produce wins for you. This front office is going to try and avoid that until the time is right and their young players are ready to embrace a potential future star.
Now here's Muhammad. 8 points for him. Bynum, no good. Orlando leading. Now Lucas. There's the pick. Out to the right wing. Thomas kicks to Lucas. Magic moving the ball around. Crawford's shot is good.
That is not enough coverage. Got to do better than that defensively. Basically no coverage. I mean, defense did not look very good there.
The dish to George. Out left to the wing. Here's Muhammad. And count it. 2 points with a chance for one more at the free throw line.
Great post shot by Muhammad. Gets the and one.
Positive factor for them today, although, you know, as a team, they've had a lot of negatives mixed in there as well.
Shabazz being one of the surprise players tonight, kind of carrying his team so far in the first half with his 10 points.
Comes in for John Lucas. The Timberwolves making a switch here. The Timberwolves shooting their 5th attempt at the line in the game.
Well, the Timberwolves trading down from the 9th pick in last year's draft to acquire Shabazz Muhammad at 14. He came on late, his field goal percentage improving month after month.
Now here's Thomas. Jumper off the screen, and it hung on the rim but wouldn't fall for him.
You know, something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound totals are almost identical.
No separation there, not yet anyway.
Well, this is what you have to do when you're trailing. You've got to attack, be aggressive, and get to that foul line.
And perhaps cause some foul trouble along the way. I mean, that can have a big impact down the road.
The Timberwolves have made 3 of their first 5 foul shots tonight. The first free throw is good.
A theme that has unfortunately come up for this Orlando franchise is their inability to keep a franchise talent for long. Of course, you think both about Shaq and Dwight Howard and their exits.
Carroll hits them both. And about Orlando and their stars, is it better, Clark, to have had stars and lost them, or to never have had stars at all on your team?
Well, it's a different kind of heartache, that's for sure. I think you'd rather have them and lose them than not to have them at all. But Orlando has seen a lot of success for how long they've been a franchise. They'd like to be able, though, looking ahead, to keep that next star wearing a Magic uniform right now.
And so here's Orlando. Outside Williams. Blair a screen on Rubio. Williams dishes to Griffin. The basket is good off the assist from Williams. Williams has got 3 assists tonight.
It was a slow start for him, but he started to take off since we hit the second quarter, guys.
Now here's Rubio. He's been patient so far, nothing yet on the scoreboard. Got a piece of it. That'll be Minnesota as it goes out of bounds. Timberwolves retain possession. Here's Muhammad. 11 points in the game. No good. Griffin with some nice D. Here's Thomas. Battles through traffic and lays it in.
I'd say that fast break went according to plan.
Yeah, it sure did. A good job getting it started and a better job finishing it off.
Now here's Rubio. Pass to Muhammad. Back to Rubio. Wants to get it to Bennett and does. Comes up empty down low. Orlando's gone 1 of 4 from 3-point range in the second. Not a whole lot dropping out there for them. Out left to the wing. Outside Thomas. Passes to Crawford. All sorts of time. Misses off the left iron.
They've been able to get out to this lead without really getting a very reliable performance out of him from the field.
And let's now go to the sideline. We'll catch up here with Doris Burke. Doris?
Kevin, Paul George has stated plainly that he hopes to post up much more often. Last season, he was basically dead last among forwards, only posting up on 5% of his possessions. He's put on muscle and developed his back-to-the-basket footwork. He said, quote, I plan on being a lot more physical, seeking contact and finishing through it. That's my next step. He's trying to evolve, Kevin.
A good move considering his size and explosiveness, Doris. Thanks.
Checking out the game Jamal Crawford is having. He has 9 points, and he's done his job at the charity stripe. He's gotten 4 of his points from there.
And that's a good place to get them. You know, they don't come easier than that, but you've got to get yourself there first.
He's had 4 chances at the line, made them all.
And you look back at last season, he shot 87% from the foul line.
You know, he really did excel at the stripe. I mean, they couldn't have asked for too much more from him when it came to knocking down free throws.
And so Jamal Crawford nails both of them.
Well, you kind of expect that from him. You pretty much know what the result's going to be when he goes to the line.
13 feet away, and Muhammad gets it to go. Muhammad That's got the game tied up here for the Timberwolves. Now a timeout called by Orlando.
Well, for Ricky Rubio, it seems there's been a little disappointment in his development as a shooter, but still room for hope and optimism. The Timberwolves were much better with him on the floor. His overall impact on the game, still undervalued, but clearly impactful.
Now here's Williams. 9 points in the game so far. Blair, a screen on Rubio. Williams passes to Griffin. It's good. Great play by Williams to set it up. Williams has got 4 assists in the game. Minnesota's gone to the three-pointer 11 times tonight and nailed 5 of them. Carroll kicks to Rubio. Dishes to Carroll. Out left to the wing. Let's go. Rubio misses.
He's one guy the defense is not afraid to leave open from that range, and for obvious reasons.
And here is Williams. Clock at 6. The feed to Griffin. Muhammad with the steal. Rubio with it. Pass to Bennett. On the wing, George. He's guarded by Williams. George, no good.
That was not pretty there. You got to make that one, but maybe that's not his range.
And we're through 2 here and a good one. Magic out in front, leading by just 2. And a chance now to send you over to Doris Burke, standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Standing by with Andrew Bynum. Andrew, what are the keys to the way you need to play to help this team win, not just tonight, but in general?
We're out here now, we're trying to win games. And if I'm aggressive defensively, I think we have the best chance to do it.
Andrew, thanks for the time. Guys, back to you.
Thank you so much, Doris. Great interview as always. Don't go anywhere, folks. We'll be back with the second half of basketball shortly. We go now, the start of the third quarter, welcoming you back in a closely contested first half so far. You look at Blake Griffin in this game, he's been everywhere.
Yeah, he played a very mature first half offensively, just finding gaps and making good decisions, getting into the defense and knocking down shots.
Well, the way he played that first half, that's exactly what we're talking about when we say offensive efficiency.
Okay, the halftime report. Saw some interesting numbers there, but I like to look at the box score myself. Just kind of see where everything is. Blake Griffin, I see, has really been taking over here. 17.6 rebounds, 7 for 11 shooting. And remember, he missed most of the first quarter. Not most, but he missed a good chunk of the first quarter. Putting up those numbers. Look at Jamal Crawford. Him and his Clippers partner working well together. Darren Williams came on late in that first quarter. He has 9 points. So Clippers looking, or Magic looking pretty good. And the terrible Shabazz Muhammad, surprisingly, is the leading scorer right now. 5 of 9 shooting, 13 points. Paul George taking a lot of shots. Not making that many, but he is contributing. He does have 10 points. And they're going to need him in the second half. Andrew Bynum actually playing really well. Not scoring at the most efficient rate, but 7 points, 11 rebounds. Can't complain about that. Anthony Bennett with 6 points. Those are those 2 threes he had early, but nothing since. Not rebounding and getting a couple assists here, but they need a lot more out of Bennett. And yeah, Rubio with only 2 points, but he has 5 assists and a steal. Let's see how we go in this second half. So far, it's been a really entertaining game, though. Good game so far.
Here's Crawford. Griffin is out there with Plumlee. Then there's Darren Williams. And it's Crawford. And it's Crowder in at the 3 slot. That's who's out there for Orlando. Now here's Williams. A 2-point game. Muhammad with the steal. He kicks to Rubio.
Both teams, as indicated by their ratings, are fairly even.
That doesn't go either for George.
Paul George with another missed 3-pointer. Paul George has to find some better looks.
I love it. Their rebounding has been outstanding. So important in a tight game.
Oh, look at that steal by Rubio. Great steal.
The drive by Rubio.
And the bucket. Transition bucket by
Rubio's got it
Rubio.
all tied up now for the Timberwolves.
Great play there.
So it's Orlando now.
Darren Williams has had most of his success, I believe, when Rubio was out of the game. Seems like Rubio's been playing really good defense on him.
Here's Crowder. Here's Williams. 6 to shoot. On the wing, Jamal Crawford.
Oh, look, Crawford was just that quickness.
A rebound by Bennett.
Didn't make the shot, but man, he got out of that situation in a hurry. But Shabazz, the great pass to Paul George. He slams it down.
He got fancy with that one, didn't he?
Yeah, maybe trying to give them the momentum boost they need to break this game open.
Man, I like
It's great
that.
to see Paul
Some
George
coaches
back out there in the
might wanna
court.
see just a sure-handed lay-in, but I say put as much as you can on the finish and get your teammates going.
Crawford dishes to Williams. Here's Crowder. The offensive rebound. Griffin passes to Williams. Crawford kicks to Crowder. 2 minutes gone in this third quarter now. And the pass to Griffin. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2. It's on Andrew Bynum.
And there goes Blake into the line again.
Well, the Wolves didn't have a hard time scoring against any team. They took it to another level. It seemed always against the East.
Well, every time they played out of conference, it seemed like an up-and-down wild affair, and they were pretty good in those kind of games.
And he makes the first.
As you said, with the Wolves, 3rd in the league when it came to scoring against the East, but they were also near the bottom in points allowed.
Blake Griffin hits them both.
The Wolves did fare well against the East, but if they were able to play just a little better at the defensive end of the floor, I think they could have had a pretty strong out-of-conference record.
And George, here we go. Paul George in the first year of a 5-year max-level contract extension. Boy, those are big words and mean a lot. You talked about earlier his name on the marquee and how it's big and bright. And, you know, his play last season left no question in a lot of people's mind that he's worth every dollar.
Yeah, there are only about a dozen or so guys that are worthy of max contracts, in my opinion, and he's clearly one because he's gotten better every season. He hungers to be great, and he's a tremendous two-way player, potentially a guy who could be Defensive Player of the Year at some point in his career.
And George drops them both.
Looking at the game for George, he has 14 points, and he's hit the mark twice from three-point range as well.
Arrow's back on top, only by 2 points here. Blake Griffin going to work again on Andrew Bynum. And look at that. It's way too easy for Blake tonight. Blake is abusing this Timberwolves team.
James, he might be the top two-way perimeter player in the league.
Rubio dishes to George. Here's Muhammad. Tries again.
Bynum with the offensive rebound. And wow, look at that shot. It looked like he was going to put that back for a one-hand jam. But the basket just kind of floated its way into the hoop. Wow, what a crazy-looking shot. That was awesome.
And Paul George is a phenomenal athlete, folks. I mean, he does stuff that should look hard and makes it look easy. He never takes a play off defensively and still has the energy to carry the offensive load that he does. That attribute's so underrated.
Oh, Jamal Crawford behind the back.
are able
Blake
to do it
Griffin
the
working
way
his way
he
inside,
does.
passes out to
And
Crowder.
It really is one of the marks of greatness, and he's headed in that direction.
Darren Williams, just a little bit of space, takes
No
a
good
shot,
off the
no
back of the
good.
rim.
It has not been an ideal start to the second half. They've missed 3 of their first 4.
Here's Muhammad. No stopping him there.
Oh,
Jams
man.
in as he's fouled. Chance now for a 3-point play.
Timberwolves have been attacking the
It's
rim
gonna be
here.
on Blake Griffin.
Looking really good doing so. Shabazz Muhammad goes up strong. And Blake picks up his 3rd foul, but really Blake's been playing great with the foul issues as he's had them since early on.
But that decision was reversed.
So good on Blake Griffin
7 or 8
there.
Games. And another controversy was made known that he'd lied about his age. He got kicked out of the NBA's rookie orientation program.
Darren Williams, you know, he's got to step up a little bit. 5 turnovers, that's no good from your point guard. And that's only in the first half of the game. What's Williams doing now? It's like he's scared to act right here. What is he doing? He trying to lull Rubio into false sense of security? That was terrible. That was just terrible play by Darren Williams.
Shabazz Muhammad, Steve, some experience with off-the-court battles.
Whoa, Shabazz
well-known bout with Tourette's
shoving
syndrome
off the
in his youth,
defender,
which led
and he
others
gets
to make
fouled again. Looked like he was the one causing the foul, if you ask me. But
He's had his critics and his naysayers, but
referees let that one go, and they give him 2 more shots at the free throw line. Shabazz Muhammad's been a wrecking ball here in this game, and that's what he's known to do. I mean, he can score in bunches. It's just a ball of energy.
Just absolute domination in this one from Muhammad. He's got 17
That's what we're getting out of him right now.
Well, his offense has matched his
I mean, he's taking Paul George's role right now as the
excellent on
primary
both
scorer.
Steve, exactly right. You can't say enough about the overall job he's been doing.
Muhammad hits them both.
Kevin, right now, they're doing a good job at the line. They're hovering around 83, 84, 85% from the stripe. That's good stuff. I mean, that's well done.
Griffin passes to Crawford.
Magic got to get something happen here. They can't be turning the ball over. They can't make silly mistakes.
To stop the run.
Darren Williams with a good rebound, but once again, he cannot get that shot going. And Darren Williams, who was turning it around, has been playing pretty bad here in this third.
By Williams. The Magic trail by 7.
They got to go to Blake Griffin again. He's the guy that can bring it in for them every single time. Oh, Crawford wide open for 3. Much needed 3-point shot. Magic got back in this, just like that.
Tonight, Minnesota calls timeout.
Well, Darren Williams has dealt with ankle issues that have held him back a notch from the level we saw in Utah.
Coach Flip Sar's taking the timeout here. He doesn't want this lead to get out of hand. He doesn't want to. He doesn't want the Magic to cut into it, which is what they're doing right now. He's trying to stomp this out right away.
So it's the Timberwolves now. Their biggest lead of the game.
Paul George has a little space. I thought he was going to take the shot there. He's been taking a lot of threes tonight. Instead, he works his way for a mid-range shot, but it's no good. Too much activity on that one.
Yeah, and he has that killer crossover too, Kevin. He can put a lot of pressure on you defensively.
Darren Williams working on Andrew Bynum. Out to Crawford for 3.
Crawford with
no
another
good.
miss. Timberwolves leading by 4. And Rubio kicks to Muhammad. He dishes it to Bennett. He feeds it to George.
Oh, George loses the ball to Plumlee. Good defense on Miles Plumlee.
Crawford drives in. Outside Williams. Left side Griffin.
Blake Griffin, and once again, more free throws coming for Blake. Andrew Bynum has 4 fouls and is now in foul trouble. None of the bus towers can contain Blake Griffin, that's for sure.
With an NBA-ready frame. And I like his mobility and quickness as a big man.
Now let's take a moment to get your guys' take on the scoring so far for the Timberwolves.
Boy, their passing has been picturesque, a thing of beauty in both halves. More than a few of their baskets have come off assists.
And then look at the points in the paint, because they're really winning that battle tonight.
Gordon's checked in for Orlando. Minnesota also making some changes. Bargnani is checked in for Bynum. Jason Capono comes in for George. And Dinwiddie subbed in for Muhammad. Griffin hits them both.
They're locked in from the charity stripe this half. Not a miss yet.
And they're going to have to continue that pace, Clark, because they're down, and anytime you're losing, you got to take advantage of every offensive opportunity you have. And Plumlee's role on the nets, attacking the rim, converting at over 70% at the basket last season, and an overall field goal percentage of almost 66%. Excellent efficiency.
Here's Williams. So the whistle blows on the shot, and 2 free throws for the contact right there. Mason Plumlee, a pleasant surprise with his shot blocking last season.
Yeah, he doesn't have super long arms, but he's got major bounce ability, and that served him well as he transitioned from college, where he wasn't a huge shot blocker, to the NBA, where he's shown some prowess in that area. Darren Williams has really good size and strength at the point guard spot. And once he gets a step on a guy, it's hard to push him off his line.
Let's hit 5 from 18. Second chance shot, and so he draws
Capone rushing all of his shots tonight. Vargani's there to put it back up. And Blake Griffin, look at him, he's livid. Blake Griffin is really pissed off right now.
Games among point guards thanks to his strength.
Yeah, shows that veteran savvy. You know, he can hit you with the fadeaway or get you up in the air.
He knows his team needs him to be in this game. He cannot get himself into foul trouble.
This guy's a handful anywhere on the court.
You know, the Magic are still clearly in the
Timberwolves are hoping Vargani can make up for some of the lack of offense Anthony Bennett's been giving them.
Get back into the playoffs with the kind of talent they've started to collect.
And both free throws good from Bargnani. And with the Magic 2 consecutive years now, Steve, where they've been beaten out of the playoffs, but that could change soon.
Well, this franchise has had so much success since it started that even a 2-year absence.
Whoa, Blake almost thrown the ball away there.
Seems like a drought for them. In fact, 4 years is the longest they've ever gone without making the playoffs, and that was when they were actually formed in 1980.
Wide open Darren Williams for 3. Nice shot, 1 point game.
Points for Darren Williams.
Magic are back.
Better look than that all game. You have to get closer to him. He's not going to bite you. Get up in it.
Rubio looks anxious to get those points back.
Capono.
And Capono gets those points back with a 3, finally knocking one down. I tell you what, Capono is not shy 1 iota when it comes to taking those 3-point shots. He's just been jacking them every chance he's gotten with that quick release of his.
Back to Williams.
Darren Williams trying to work on Rubio. This is down to Blake, back out to Darren. And Darren Williams gets a nice layup to go. Showing signs of life.
Just a bit under 50% from the field since halftime. 5 out of 11. Kicks it to Capono.
Capono for another 3.
Offline with his 3.
No good.
Well, Orlando shooting is leaving something to be desired. Just 36% here in the
And the Magic getting themselves a bucket and one opportunity to take the lead.
So Crowder will go to the
Magic have worked hard all third quarter here to get back into this game and to get this game tied up. Now they want the lead with this free throw. Let's see if they get it.
Minnesota also with the sub. Carroll's checked in. Jay Crowder, a former second-rounder back in 2012 out of Marquette. Those Golden Eagles churn out some gamers, don't they?
They sure do. You think about Wes Matthews, Jimmy Butler, and Crowder is in that same mold. Strong and rugged, a physical defender, a smart player, and plays with a great motor and enthusiasm.
Got freed up.
Capono with another.
Capono's got 6.
3-point take, and he does hit this one. He's probably had about 10 shots in 5 minutes. I swear, this guy's just going crazy out here taking these shots. But he's been given the green light by Flip Saunders apparently.
The rebound by Bennett.
That's why he's on this team, to jack up buckets.
6 rebounds here tonight. Dinwiddie passes to Bennett.
If Capono does catch fire,
there's the pick.
Opponents better beware.
Here's Dinwiddie.
He is not shy. And here goes Capono again.
Gordon with the defensive
missing that one, but man, that guy is not shy whatsoever.
Outside Williams. Crowder kicks to Gordon. There's the dish to Blair. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2.
More free throws for the Magic.
Yeah, it's obvious.
Both teams in the bonus. A lot of free throws tonight. Very physical game.
Magic's offensive struggles last year were numerous, but a big part of it was that they just didn't get to the line often enough.
And for the Magic not getting to the foul line, that's a two-headed coin, if you will. One side of it is not attacking the basket.
Dinwiddie gets inside. Nice drive.
Experience and craftiness.
Good 2 points.
To draw fouls.
Timberwolves have not got a lot of scoring out of that point guard position in this game, so any scoring they can get is welcome from there.
Williams dishes to
Oh, almost a steal.
Williams passes to Gordon. Back to Williams. Shot by Gordon, wide open. Offensive rebound, Blair.
And more free throws
2 free throws now for him.
for the Magic. Doing a great job on the boards. Just playing very physically tonight.
Nothing to argue about there.
You know, when you play physical, a lot of times, more often than not, things start to go your way. And that's what's happening here.
Points about the Magic and the fouls.
This Magic team is a tough team, if anything else.
In the NBA in fouls drawn per game, Steve.
Well, you look at the best teams in the league. They can feast on opponents at the line. So this is an area where the Magic could definitely improve this year.
The Magic making a switch here. Lucas is checked in. Both free throws good from Blair.
Juan Blair is undersized at 6'7", playing the power forward spot, but he's wide, he's got great length, and he's extremely active on the offensive glass. And really has a nice knack for finishing inside.
Right wing.
Pono out to Carroll. Carroll for 3.
Orlando grabs the miss.
Not a good choice.
Blair's got 7 rebounds in the game.
Lucas to inside to Gordon, who was just by himself. Easiest 2 points he'll see tonight.
The question marks have been more at the defensive.
And Magic just looking like the sharper team right now.
It's harder for him.
These last 4 minutes, they've really just been pulling away. And there's Capono. Trigger happy Jason Capono with another miss, but another fearless take.
Blair's been able to carve out a nice niche.
I mean, it's just a fact. If he has any inch of space, Jason Capone's taking that shot.
Minnesota's gone outside a lot tonight. 17 times, in fact. 7 of 17.
Oh, horrible pass.
Minnesota keeps possession.
Oh, no, it was deflected. Okay, I thought that was just a really bad pass. That's Magic is playing that tough physical defense. Bargnani with a nice turnaround jumper.
Got a hand on it.
Thomas checked in for Orlando.
You know, as soon as he recognized the height.
Bargnani's been pretty big for the Timberwolves off the bench. He's been a nice, solid contributor. Ooh, look at Blake Griffin.
25 points for Blake Griffin.
Taking Anthony Bennett to school. Blake Griffin is 100% the star of the Magic team. He's been their guy tonight. Capono once again gets another look and takes another take, and he misses. Capono, it's getting to the point where he may be shooting his team out of the game.
Gordon outside.
Ooh!
Deep
Deep cold-blooded 3 from Ben Gordon.
No way a player like him can be left wide open like that. Did you pay attention?
Ben Gordon showing that he's still dangerous. And John Lucas with the steal, wide open layup, and the Magic are starting to blow this game open here at the 7-point lead. Just looking fantastic in this third quarter.
I like that. They're being very selective and deliberate in their offense. That's a good strategy when you're on top.
Can Anthony Bennett get going? Can they find him any opportunities to get a shot? Capono with another 3-point shot and yet another miss. Capono might be shooting at 20% right now. And another and one opportunity for the Magic. They're being abused at point guard here. Or the Timberwolves are being abused at point guard here. John Lucas flexing his muscles. And how great will it be for the Magic if they can go into this fourth quarter here up 10?
On the free throw, no good.
Lucas can't make that happen with the missed free throw, but they'll get another shot at it if the Timberwolves rush a shot here.
He's a really good player. You don't want to give up on this young man yet. He's strong, he's got length, and he can shoot the ball out to the three-point line. I really think he's got the potential to be a versatile stretch power forward.
Clock at 4.
Bennett taking the long 2, and he makes it.
Bennett's got 8. 7 seconds.
Finally, Bennett gets some more offense going. Magic could have one more shot to make a bucket here.
D2 from Crawford.
No good from Crawford.
And that's going to do it for the third
So
quarter.
7-point game going into the fourth quarter. One thing I would be worried about if I was the Magic, though, Blake Griffin's played a lot, and he may have to sit down for a big chunk of this fourth quarter. And Timberwolves stars, many of the stars have been resting this whole time. So this can be interesting. We'll see how this fourth quarter goes. If I was the Magic, I'd be playing Blake Griffin as much as possible. Maybe give him some rest here in the first couple of minutes. But after that, you gotta have Blake Griffin in there.
Excellent feed here, and I know we're used to seeing this guy score, but he is no slouch at creating passes and opportunities for his teammates, and he showcases that skill right here on that replay.
And Blake will come out to start here in this fourth quarter. And as you can see, the Timberwolves starters are back as well. I believe both teams are at full strength going at it here. Timberwolves get the ball.
And a look at the 5 for the Timberwolves to start the fourth.
They really like to have this a 5-point game here to kick off the fourth.
George is out there with Bennett, and it's Bynum in at the center position. Outside, George. Just 4 to shoot. Goes up the baseline and right on target.
All George creates a shot. It is a 5-point game.
The first basket as we get going in the fourth for the Timberwolves. Magic leading by 5. Lucas kicks to Griffin. Outside Williams.
Deron Williams has plenty of space, and that's a big 3-point shot from Deron Williams.
17 points for Williams. And for the Timberwolves, they're shooting about 42% so far.
And not give him that kind of space. I don't know what was going on with Ricky Rubio there on defense.
Passes it to George. Now here's Muhammad. Shot clock at 6.
Timberwolves can't get a shot off. They're running out of time. Paul George with the jack one up.
George, and that one's good.
And he makes it. He's just such an elite scorer. He's still able to get that shot off.
Well, Orlando shooting 47% from the floor. Getting it done.
I got a feeling this game's going to be another one of those clutch games. We haven't had one in a while, a really good clutch game.
And it's Rubio penetrating. They set the pick.
Bennett setting some horrible picks over there.
Right wing.
Down to Bynum. Bynum is really far away from the post, or from the paint.
Against Bynum. 5 to
Timberwolves struggling to find a look again. Paul George, the man, has been bailing them out so far after bad offense.
And a foul called on the shot.
And he gets to the free throw line. Man, what a weapon is to have a guy like Paul George you can throw it to when you only have a few seconds left. And he can try to get himself a nice look. He does just that, getting to the free throw line here. Putting his hands on John Lucas, put his hands on his neck.
The scoring breakdown for the Magic.
Gotta be careful there.
They've needed easy points. They've gotten themselves to the foul line. That's been key.
Another thing they've done tonight well is share the ball. So many of their points have come off of good, crisp passes.
Crowder, he's checked in for Lucas. And
Paul George hits them both.
He's done a much better job of getting to the line here. Aggressively taking it inside and not shying away from contact.
Timberwolves have played decent defense in spurts here. Can they do it again in this fourth quarter to get themselves some more opportunities?
Dishes it to Crawford. From downtown.
Crawford had enough space. No good, but that was a good shot for him.
Now tonight. To the wing on the left.
Some risky passes here by Minnesota. Andrew Bynum has it. Back to Paul George. They're going to look to him to bail him out again for the 3rd possession in a row. And he does that. Getting to the free throw line once again. Man.
This is what they need to do in the second half.
Paul George has been big time for them here in this fourth quarter.
But when you convert free throws at the other end, you put a lot of pressure on the opponent.
It's not pretty.
Solid defense against you.
But he's putting this team on his back by getting to the free throw line here in this fourth.
And he knocks down the first one. So he gets
it's now a 2-point game.
Just under 2.5 minutes gone here in the final quarter. Now Williams. Crawford is screen on Rubio. Williams kicks to Crawford.
Crawford for another 3, and he hits it. They're giving him way too much space out there.
How about the percentage they're shooting from beyond the arc?
Beautiful 3-point shot.
They have found their groove from
and Flip Saunders calls a timeout.
So far, his shot selection has been questionable. A lot of tough, contested shots. If I'm coaching, I might sit him down for a minute.
And now Doris Burke has an update from the sidelines.
Hey, Kev. Well, during that last break, I heard Flip Saunders addressing his team. Despite the deficit, he told his guys, "I've got confidence."
Rubio to wide open Bynum.
Backs against the wall before. You know what we need to do. Kevin, can they retake the lead?
Feels like a flip has been switched at halftime because both teams now really getting after it.
Man, it's been a fun half of basketball, Steve.
Williams passes to Crawford.
Crawford working on Shabazz Muhammad has not done a good job defending him here in the third quarter or fourth quarter.
Crawford left side. 6 to
And
shoot.
Crawford just toying with Shabazz, those handles.
By Bynum.
Unfortunately, can't get the shot to
He
go.
has the body control to finish when he's in that tight. I'm not sure what
Rubio
happened there.
going inside, past Shabazz is inside position, can't get the shot, but guess what? He gets fouled. Blake Griffin has his 5th foul, and Blake Griffin pissed off,
No room for discussion on
screaming at his teammates. There was no help there. It was too late. Shabazz's man was not armed, and it caused Blake Griffin to pick up his 5th foul here. And man, what a position to be in. Blake's tired already. He's been playing so much these last 2 quarters. And now he's in foul trouble. One more foul and he's out. And if Blake Griffin goes out, the Magic are in some serious trouble. What do you do if you're a coach? Do you sit Blake Griffin here and hope that your team can stave off the Wolves for a few minutes and bring him in for the final 4 or 5 minutes? Or do you just play him out and hope you get plays like that where Blake Griffin's going to help you dominate and keep pushing this lead up? Right now, I feel like this entire game is resting on Blake Griffin's shoulders. Whether he can be on the court or not is what's going to determine who's going to win. Oh, Paul George with a great move. And look at him again getting to the free throw line for the 4th time here in just the first opening few minutes of this quarter. Paul George single-handedly putting the Orlando Magic into serious foul trouble.
First free throw is good. And both free throws.
And he's just been such a professional at the line tonight, nailing all his free throw shots. 2-point game.
Good shooting so far.
Williams had a little bit of space. Opted not to take the shot. Looks like they're trying to work the pick and roll with Blake Griffin.
Williams attacking. Plumlee dishes to Crowder.
Whoa, some
Shot clock at 6.
magician-like passing. 3-point shot for Crawford again. Doesn't get it. But Blake Griffin with the offensive rebound, doing whatever he can tonight to keep his team in this game.
Crawford kicks to Williams.
Bad pass by Crawford. But Blake Griffin there again. Recover the ball. Plumlee going to work on Anthony Bennett.
Orlando moving the ball around.
Crawford working on George. George with some good defense, though, staying on his man and that length, helping him out. Rubio with a nice pass, but Paul George can't convert. What a great behind the back, or not behind the back, but it was like a no-look pass. But unfortunately, Paul George just could not capitalize on that. Blake Griffin going to work.
Fades and shoots.
Misses the fadeaway. That's the type of shot you want to see. Maybe a little bit closer to the rim. Rubio with another great pass. This time Bennett. And this time Bennett gets to the free throw line. And look at that. Miles Plumlee also has 5 fouls.
So far in the game for Bennett. He's got 8
no.
points, and he's done a little bit of work behind the arc. He's got a pair
The
of
Magic's
3
front court is in trouble. The Bus Towers
so
have the advantage here as far as foul troubles.
Him to use the drive if he wants.
And if the Magic have to go to both their backups tonight to finish off this game, that might spell doom.
That free throw, no good.
Bennett misses his first free throw. Will he hit the second? No, he doesn't. He cannot hit either free throw, and it's still a 2-point game. He's got to kick it himself for that one.
Outside Williams. He dishes it to Crowder. Kicks to Griffin.
Blake Griffin going to work on Andrew Bynum. Gets the shot off. No good.
Minnesota will take it the other way.
Bynum just a little too big, perhaps.
Rubio outside.
Timberwolves really want to tie this game up here.
To tie it up.
Rubio getting inside. Fancy footwork.
The pass to Rubio. George dishes
But look at the
to
Magic.
Rubio.
They're swarming with their
Pass to
defense right
Muhammad.
now. Very good defense.
The feed to
Muhammad
Bennett.
hesitates on the three. He decides to give it off to
Bynum
Bennett.
inside.
Bennett with a sloppy
Over the
pass. Blake Griffin gets the steal.
Griffin with it. Now Bynum
And Griffin
defending.
working his way inside on Bynum again. Step back, jump shot,
Here's
in and out.
Plumlee.
But there's Plumlee with the
Rebounded by the
rebound. Oh, he
Timberwolves.
misses the putback. Magic working so hard, they just can't get the
Rubio
buckets
with
to fall right now. Rubio going
The dish to
inside, no
Muhammad.
good. Both teams just playing
Here's
stellar
George.
defense.
Shot clock at
Will Ball
6.
George able to build him out again?
That misses. Had a
No, he
chance to tie
can't.
it there. Orlando's gotten off 4 3-pointers in the final quarter, and 2 of them have fallen. Williams kicks
Blake
to
Griffin gets the
Griffin.
ball once again, working on Anthony Bennett.
Fadeaway.
Turnaround, fadeaway jumper.
Bynum
Off
pulls
the
it
glass,
down.
no
Tell
good.
you what, as well as he shot in the last quarter, Kevin, it's
Blake
a
Griffin's
total
struggling a
flip
little bit here. He's
in
tired.
this.
He's been
Just
playing
can't
so
get
much.
anything
He's got to
go
be
the basket.
tired. He needs the rest, but his coach doesn't want to put him out
Rubio outside.
for good reason.
Muhammad dishes to Rubio.
Rubio for three.
Chance there
No
to
good.
take the lead. Missing.
Neither team can capitalize right now. They're both stagnant like they started the game out. Or neither team can get a bucket. And look at that. We are under the 5-minute mark. This is the clutch moments of the game here. 5 minutes left to determine which team goes on in the second round.
Passes it to Griffin.
And it's an extremely close game. Blake Griffin with another fader, and this time he finally hits it. Puts his team up by 4. Blake Griffin with 29 points here.
Timberwolves trailed by 4. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time getting the lid off the basket so far.
Paul George gets a nice look
George
inside.
on the assist from
Great
Andrew
pass by
Bynum.
Bynum.
26
Back up to a
points for
2-point
Paul
game.
George.
He's simply a machine at the offensive end.
Yeah, at this
I wonder
point,
how
I don't
far
think you can
behind
take Blake
they'd be if
Griffin
he
out. I think
wasn't
Blake Griffin has to
having
play
this
the
kind of
rest of the 4 minutes.
Time call here. The Magic decide to talk it over.
Magic taking a timeout. Probably trying to give Blake Griffin a little bit of rest, give him some of that Gatorade. They need their big horse to carry them home here. And perhaps Jamal Crawford can do something to help out. It is scoring
Now
touch
here's
going.
Plumlee. He's guarded by Bynum. Crawford passes to Plumlee. Back to Crawford. And there's the call on Shabazz
And
Muhammad.
Crawford does just that, getting himself fouled and getting the bonus going.
Minnesota on D.
Crawford, Darren Williams, who goes for 3.
With a clean
Oh,
look.
he misses. That
the
would have been a
three,
big
and
time
he used the
shot.
pump fake well there, but he couldn't capitalize. Bennett
Timberwolves
setting
have
the
to
pick for
score
Rubio.
here. They need to get back in this game.
Back to Rubio. Nice ball movement by
Paul
Minnesota.
George for 3.
And it's George
No
missing.
good.
Well, eventually he'll start knocking those down again. He did make 2. In
That would have
the
been
first half.
huge.
Williams kicks to Crawford. Williams a screen on George. Crawford against Rubio.
Crawford working on Rubio. Rubio almost got the
Shot clock at
steal.
6. Pass to Crowder.
Williams for 3 again. And Darren Williams with the big 3-point shot to put his team up 5 points. 3 minutes left to go in the game. You can see the Magic fans are starting to feel it. They feel like they have a win here. The Timberwolves have to make some moves if they want to get back into this one.
Bennett setting the pick for George. Plumlee with the ball.
Paul George loses the ball and Crawford recovers it. Darren Williams is going down on not a fast break, but he's going down looking for a score. Can't get it. Passes out to Blake Griffin. Back to Darren Williams. Crawford out there, 3-point line. Crowder looking at
Feeds
Shabazz.
it to Griffin.
Here they go. Here's the man who's doing it all night. Blake Griffin, and guess
Gonna be
what?
2 free throws
More
for
free
contact
throws coming
on the
Blake
shot.
Griffin's way. Anthony Bennett had to foul. He could not contain him. And this is the man right here who's been carrying this squad all night long. Playing fearlessly even though he has foul trouble. And you hear that, folks. You hear the fans giving him MVP chants. They think he is the MVP of this tournament. And this opening game is a great statement to put his name into that hat for the MVP contendership. And just the appreciation and respect from these fans. It's great to see this coming to Blake Griffin for the efforts he's put up tonight, that's for sure.
And he's good on the second.
6-point game. 2.5 minutes to go.
To the middle. George dishes to Bennett.
Shabazz Muhammad has not been visible at all here in this fourth quarter.
Griffin against Rubio.
Will he be a person to get a big shot here? Rubio's in trouble. Couldn't find a good look. Throws the ball away, and the Magic get it back. Great defense by Orlando.
Right side, Griffin.
Blake Griffin, turnaround jumper, and look at that. That's money. Blake Griffin's feeling it. The fans are feeling it. This one looks like it could be over.
George, and a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way.
Great pass from Rubio to Paul George, though. They're going to get more free throws. Free throws have been the story for the Timberwolves. And Paul George finally misses. Free throws have been the whole reason Timberwolves are even in this fourth quarter. But they got to do more than just get free throws at this point. They need to start hitting some shots.
Missed opportunities at the line are the last thing they need right now.
Crawford passes to Williams.
Under 2 minutes to go here.
Back to Crawford. Griffin inside. He's covered by Bennett.
Blake Griffin misses. Rubio gets the rebound.
Timberwolves trail by 7. Now Muhammad. Shot from 16.
Paul George,
And he banks
good look,
that
and he
one
makes
home.
it. 5-point game with 90 seconds to go.
This quarter has brought out the best in him, fellas. Even though they're still trailing, he's been impossible to contain.
Williams kicks to Crawford. Good.
And Crawford with a nice cold-blooded 2-point shot.
Williams has got assist number 8.
That might be the dagger right there. There's just not a lot of time left. The Timberwolves got to make up 7 points. Let's start hitting some 3-point shots. Maybe get trigger-happy Jason Capone out here. But barring that, the Timberwolves look like they're going to lose this one. Bus Towers, who started out doing so well, kind of disappeared here. Like Bust, like Busts normally do, they have vanished here in this fourth quarter. Rubio can't get the open 2-point shot to go.
Magic leading by 7.
I think that's going to be it.
58 seconds left in the fourth.
Magic playing great defense here in the fourth quarter. Blake Griffin being the man, making his shots, taking over for his team. And Rising Phoenix looks to have put together a contender here. I had thought and hoped I had a team that could go for it all. We had talent in all the right areas, but when it came down to it, just the superstardom and power of Blake Griffin, along with the defense of this Magic team that Rising Phoenix has assembled, is just too much for this Timberwolves team.
Just 5 on the clock.
And look at Blake Griffin. I mean, this is just embarrassing at this point, quite frankly, because Blake Griffin is just doing absolutely whatever he wants against the Bus Towers. Paul George, the valiant effort, putting in his 2 cents, keeping his team in it. But at the end of the day, one star reigns supreme, and that is Mr. Blake Griffin, wearing number 32. And the Orlando Magic go on to the second round of the Gamefaqs tournament, looking like a tough, gritty team. They don't have a lot of firepower. They're not one of the most explosive teams we've seen, but man, the heart they play with, smart coaching, and just the passion they have on the floor, I can't put anything past this team right here. Look at Blake. Let's see how he got his points. He was all over the place tonight. Remember, he was playing in foul trouble for most of this game as well. So to be able to be this aggressive while under foul trouble is very impressive. Slam dunks, turnaround jump shots, fadeaways. Breaking his man off the dribble. Anthony Bennett had no answer, could not keep up at all. Getting the free throw line. Making Shabazz Muhammad look silly. Look at him there, just working for position, just doing everything he can, all the little things to get his team ready to go. This is definitely one of the best performances we've seen out of a power forward in this tournament so far. Probably the best. I know a lot of us expect a lot out of Kevin Love, but we don't know what happened with him. Calvin Love was playing that one instead. Let's look at the stats here. Blake Griffin with 36 points, 14 rebounds, only 1 turnover. Man, 8 for 10 free throws. Just a great game all around. Darren Williams, he had a lot of downs, but he had enough ups to really make up for it. 20 points, 9 assists. Those 6 turnovers are horrible, but he made up for it in a lot of other areas. Jamal Crawford, 19 points, 6 rebounds, 2 assists. Good play from him. Ben Gordon was a nice little surprise off the bench here. 9 points, 3 rebounds, 3 assists. Jay Crowder, he chipped in where he could. John Lucas had a really big third quarter where he just really came on, helped push the Magic to the lead, or push their lead to give them all that room to work with in the fourth quarter. So great on him. 6 points and 5 assists in 13 minutes is not shabby either. Blair came in and rebounded. Plumlee rebounded. Really good effort from the Clippers, or the Magic overall. Really impressed with this team. Timberwolves, let's see how they did. Paul George, we know what he did out there. Not a great night shooting the ball, but he got to the line an awful lot, especially in that fourth quarter. Got his 5 rebounds. Shabazz Muhammad had a great game, although the fourth quarter he just kind of vanished. But 19 points, 3 rebounds, 4 assists, 2 steals. A really good game from Shabazz Muhammad. They just needed a lot more out of him in the fourth. Andrew Bynum, he did quite well. For someone who has not played in the NBA this season and has missed so much time, he came in there, had 11 points, 17 big rebounds, 2 assists, a steal. A very good play from Andrew Bynum, actually. Anthony Bennett, not too bad. We could have used a little more offense out of him, but 10 rebounds, 3 assists, 3 or 5 shooting. That's pretty good numbers. Bargnani with 8 points off the bench. Did pretty good offensively. And Capono, I say he's probably shooting 20%. Look at that, 2 for 10. This guy was trigger happy. And, he may have possibly shot us out of the game a little bit. But, I can't fault him too bad. If he would have been hot tonight, he would have easily had himself, a 12-point, 15-point game. You got to live and die by those guys sometimes. And he was just really pulling that trigger like crazy. J.C. Carroll, the European, I felt like he played decently well. Maybe not as good as I thought he would, but he had a decent game. And Ricky Rubio, 4 points, not so hot there, but you don't expect him to score. But 8 assists. I expected a little bit more out of him. A little more assists, a little more rebounding. Would have been nice to have a couple more buckets. But 2 steals is nice. But yeah, Rubio was kind of a letdown. He took care of the ball though. Only 1 turnover. So you can't be too mad about that. Can't be too mad about that. In hindsight, we probably needed a offensive-minded backup point guard. Dinwiddie was not very good tonight. He was not doing a very good job. Not very aggressive either. And that may have been one of the factors that contributed to this loss. But whatever the case in the day, great job of the Orlando Magic. Rising Phoenix with a great, gritty team. Go some more stats there percentage-wise. Magic shot 46%. 36% beyond the arc. 81% the free throw line. Both teams getting a ton of free throws. 27, in fact. Fast break points go to the Magic. Points in the paint go to the Magic. Bench points, pretty even. Go to the Timberwolves. Assists are pretty even. Rebounding, the Magic dominated the boards a little bit there. Steals-wise, fairly even. 2 blocks on the Magic side. Yeah, both teams are stacked up pretty well against each other, I'll say. It really was Blake Griffin in that fourth quarter who just never sat out, was in serious foul trouble, but he didn't mind one bit, just took that game over like a true superstar. Thanks, everybody, for watching. We only have one more game, I believe. One more game in the opening round, and then we're going to go on to round 2. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned for the next game. Peace.